Here's the question where you need to conclude based on the statements. Statement 1. Medical tourism refers to people traveling to obtain medical treatment for surgeries, dental procedures, and fertility treatment. You also presented with Statement 2. Thailand's medical tourism has seen a substantial increase over the last decade. And there are 4 different choices where you need to make conclusions. Choice A. There is a high probability Thailand's medical tourism will continue to increase. Choice B. Most tourists visit Thailand to perform dental procedures. Choice C. Medical tourists visit Thailand to perform surgeries and fertility treatments. And then choice D. Both the statements 1 and 2 describe independent trends. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the conclusion. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and explain you how to get to the correct solution. To answer these types of questions, you need to analyze each statement and determine if the conclusion is correct. For example, Statement 1 is a definition of medical tourism. Statement 2, though, describes a trend. Based on these choices, let's look at the incorrect conclusions first. For example, choice B is not correct because it describes general tourists, not medical tourists. Choice C is not correct because there is no indication that specific procedures are performed by visitors in Thailand. Even though definition of medical tourism includes definition of 3 procedures, there is no indication that these particular procedures are the only procedures performed in Thailand. Choice D is not correct because even though Statement 2 describes the trend, but Statement 1 is a definition and does not describe any trends. So the correct choice here is choice A. Given the trend that Thailand saw an increase in medical tourism, there is a high probability that this trend will continue. The correct choice here is choice A. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's one of the questions we frequently see on the test. Sydney is older than Rachel. Rachel and Beatrice are both older than Tina. Yelena is not the youngest. Who is the youngest? And you have 4 different choices. Choice A, Rachel. Choice B, Yelena. Choice C, Tina. And choice D, cannot say. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, let's move forward and get to the correct solution together. To solve these types of challenges, you need to look at the facts as well as look at the common sense. There are 5 ladies referenced in this question: Sydney, Rachel, Beatrice, Tina, and Yelena. Sydney is older than Rachel, so obviously Sydney is not the youngest. By the same logic, neither Rachel nor Beatrice are the youngest, because Tina is younger than both of them. That leaves Tina and Yelena as the only 2 possible candidates. But the last sentence in the question mentions that Yelena is not the youngest. So based on this rationale, Tina is the youngest. So the correct choice here is choice C, Tina is the youngest. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to solve similar problems on the test. A lot of people ask, how can I help on this channel? One of the best ways to help is to help other people answer the questions that they're getting. If you know the answer to the question you see in comments, please post the answer in the comment section of this video. And now let's continue and get you ready for the test. Here's the question you might frequently encounter on the test. John's monthly spending is $1,500. 40% of his spending goes toward utilities, and the amount that he spends on heating and electricity is 15% more than what he spends on utilities. How much does John spend on things besides heating, electricity, and utilities? You're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, $210. Choice B, $220. Choice C, $230. And choice D, $240. Do you see the answer? Please feel free to pause this video and think how you can calculate the amount, because the answer may not be obvious. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and teach you how to do calculations so we can get to the correct solution together. Let's first look at the factual information. Total spending is $1,500, and spending categories that we've learned about are utilities, heating and electricities, as well as others. Because there are 3 spending categories, let's calculate the values in each one based on the data that we have. To calculate the amount spent on utilities, we need to multiply 1,500 by 0.4, and the end result of this is $600. Heating and electricity bill is 15% more than utility spending. So to calculate heating and electricity, we need to multiply 600 by 1.15, and the end result of this would be $690. To calculate utility, heating and electricity spending together, we need to add 600 and $690. And the end result of this calculation will be $1,290. So the other spending category would be calculated as a subtraction of $1,290 from $1,500 and would be equal of $210. So the correct answer here is choice A, $210. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's the practice question for you. Kiara walks at the constant speed of 5 miles per hour. Olivia starts walking at the same time as Kiara, but starts 4 miles behind her and walks at the constant speed of 8 miles per hour. How long will it take Kiara to catch up with Olivia? And you have 4 different choices. Choice A, 50 minutes. Choice B, 60 minutes. Choice C, 70 minutes. And then choice D, 18 minutes. Please give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the solution. The answer to this problem is not obvious, but if you came up with the solution, please make sure to post it in the comment section of this video so I can give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck. Here is the spelling question, which we frequently see on the test. You need to identify the word which is not spelled correctly, and you're presented with 4 different words. Choice A, hypothetically. Choice B, accommodation. Choice C, incomprehensibilities. And choice D, interdisciplinary. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time so you can browse through words and see if you can come up with the correct solution. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and explain you the correct solution to this problem. As you must have figured out, the correct answer here is choice B. And the correct spelling for the word accommodation is ACCOMMODATION. Hopefully you nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's the cool question that you frequently get on the test. Kate has $33, which is only 20% of the cost of shoes that she would like to purchase. How much do the shoes cost? And you're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, $66. Choice B, $99. Choice C, $150. And choice D, $165. Can you calculate the answer? Give yourself 10 to 15 seconds, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, depending how well you are with math and percentages. Ready or not, let's go ahead and get to the correct solution together. The answer to this problem is very simple. $33 is 20% or 1/5 of the shoe's price. So the total cost of the shoes would be 33 multiplied by 5, which would be equal $165. So the correct answer here is choice D, $165. Here's an interesting question you might easily get on the test. John's monthly spending is $1,500. 40% of his spending goes toward utilities, and the amount that he spends on heating and electricity is 15% more than what he spends on utilities. How much does John spend on things besides heating, electricity, and utilities? You're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, $210. Choice B, $220. Choice C, $230. And choice D, $240. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can calculate the solution. The correct answer here is choice A, $210. Do you know how to get to this answer? If you figured it out, please make sure to post your answer in the comment section of this video. Thanks for participating and good luck! Here's a sample of sequence question you might frequently get on the test. You need to determine what comes next in the sequence, and you're presented with the series of numbers. The numbers are 7, 14, 42, 168, 840, and then comes the missing number. You need to select missing number from 4 different choices. Choice A, 4,980. Choice B, 5,000. Choice C, 5,020. And choice D, 5,040. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time because coming up with the answer might require you to do some calculations. Did you come up with the solution? Let's move forward and get to the correct solution together. As usual, my advice to you, always look for patterns. And in this case, the pattern is that the next number is calculated as multiplication of previous number and sequence ID. For example, first number in the sequence is 7, which is not calculated. But to calculate the next number, we need to multiply 7 and 2, and the result of this multiplication is 14. For the next number, we need to multiply 14 by 3, and the result of this calculation is 42. Next number calculated as 42 multiplied by 4, which results in 168. 168 multiplied by 5 equals to 840, which is the next number in the sequence. So to calculate missing number, we need to multiply 840 by 6, and the end result of this is 5,040. So the correct choice here is answer D, 5,040. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. I would like to ask you to participate in our daily assessment test challenge. I post new question every day in the community tab of YouTube channel and give you an opportunity to answer it and try it. And I post answer in comments next day. So please make sure to check it out to test your knowledge. And now let's continue and get you ready for the test. Here's a very interesting question you frequently see on the test. You're presented with 3 triangles. Each of the corners of each triangle has numbers. For example, first triangle has number 18 on the top, numbers 4 and 2 at the bottom, and number 3 in the middle. Second triangle has numbers 56, 6 and 1, and number 8 in the middle. Third triangle has number 104 on the top, number 8 in the middle, number 5 in the bottom left corner, and 1 missing number in the bottom right corner. You need to calculate the missing number. You have 4 different choices. Choice A, 7, choice B, 8, choice C, 9, and choice D, 10. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time to make sure you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, I am going to move forward so we can solve this problem together. As usual, my advice to you, always look for patterns. And in this particular problem, the pattern is that the top number divided by the sum of the bottom 2 numbers is equal the middle number. Let's look at the example. For example, 18 divided in parentheses 4 plus 2 would be an equivalent of 18 divided by 6 and would result in 3. 56 divided by the sum of 6 and 1 would be an equivalent of 56 divided by 7 and would equal 8. Which means that we can build a formula. 104 divided by the value in parentheses 5 plus question mark equals 8. Which means that question mark equals 104 divided by 8 minus 5, which is an equivalent of 13 minus 5, which equals 8. So the correct choice here is choice B, 8. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's the cool question which tests your ability to quickly come up with the answers. The day after tomorrow is 4 days before Monday. What day is it today? And you have 4 different choices. Choice A, Sunday. Choice B, Monday. Choice C, Friday. And choice D, Saturday. Do you see the answer? Think again. These types of puzzles might require you to do some thinking, so feel free to pause this video to see if you can come up with the answer. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and get us to the correct solution together. To solve these types of problems, we need to analyze them and do them in reverse. 4 days before Monday is Thursday, and the day before Thursday is Tuesday. If tomorrow is Tuesday, it means that today is Monday. So the correct answer here is choice B, Monday. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar puzzles on the test. A lot of you are interested and ask me, how can I help others? One of the ways you can help other people is by sharing the latest questions you see as part of the assessment test. And when you share, please make sure to also include how you answered them. Please share the question you recently encountered in the comment section of this video. And if you know the answers, please share them as well. And now let's continue and get you ready for the test. Here's the puzzling question that you might frequently see on the test. The sum of all the ages of 4 family members is 85. What would be the sum of their ages together in 5 years? And you're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, 90. Choice B, 95. Choice C, 100. And choice D, 105. Do you see the answer? Give yourself 20 to 30 seconds to see if you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, I'm moving forward to get to the correct solution together. What's interesting about this problem is that it is simpler than you think. So the key here is not to overthink the problem. There are 4 family members, and sum of their ages is 85. And in 5 years, each family member will be 5 years older. So incremental age increase for all family members can be calculated as 4 family members multiplied by 5 years equals 20 years. So sum of the ages of all family members in 5 years can be calculated as 85, which is original sum, plus 20, which is the incremental age increase, and would be equal to 105. So the correct choice here is choice D, 105. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar puzzles on the test. And now, here's the question for you to practice. You're presented with triangle, which is broken down into 3 equal horizontal parts. On the left side of the triangle, you see numbers 8, 4, and 3 if you go from the bottom to the top. And on the right side of the triangles, you see numbers 2, 6, and 1 number is missing. You need to select missing number from 4 different choices. Choice A, 6. Choice B, 10. Choice C, 7. And choice D, 2. Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the solution. If you figured out the solution, please make sure to post your answer in the comment section of this video so I can give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck! Here is a very interesting problem that you might frequently get on the test. You need to determine the next item in the sequence. You're presented with the sequence of large squares. Each large square contains 9 small squares inside, and small squares are of the different color. You need to determine next item in the sequence, and you have 4 different choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Do you see the answer? Give yourself 10 to 15 seconds, maybe longer, maybe 20 to 30 seconds to see if you can come up with the solution. Did you figure it out? Let's go ahead, move forward to get to the correct solution together. As always, my advice to you, look for patterns. And determining the pattern is key to solving this particular problem. What you need to know to answer this particular question is that blue shape moves within the row of the larger shape. In each row, blue shape moves from left to right, 1 step at a time. And once blue shape reaches the end of the row on the right, it reappears on the left. So the correct answer here is choice D. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here's an interesting question we frequently see on the test. Kiara walks at the constant speed of 5 miles per hour. Olivia starts walking at the same time as Kiara, but starts 4 miles behind her. and walks at a constant speed of 8 miles per hour, how long will it take for Kiara to catch up with Olivia? You're presented with 4 different choices. Choice A, 50 minutes. Choice B, 60 minutes. Choice C, 70 minutes. And choice D, 80 minutes. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time and think about all possible combinations. Ready or not, let's move forward and get to the correct solution together. One important consideration to help you solve this challenge is that the speed for both Kiara and Olivia is presented in miles per hour, but answers are in minutes. So at some point we would need to make a conversion. Another important point is that both Kiara and Olivia will walk the same time, and we can put it as X in hours before catching up, because they started at the same time. In our solution, X will be the time in hours when they will catch up and meet. To solve this challenge, we need to build an equation. 5x plus 4 equals 8x. 8x represents how much Olivia will walk, and 5x plus 4 is representing how much Kiara can walk. And the starting point for this will be starting point of where Olivia starts, since Olivia starts 4 miles behind. So if we simplify this equation, 4 will be equal to 3x, and x will be equal 4/3 or 1 1/3 of an hour. And now is the time to do the conversion. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. 60 multiplied by 4/3 equals 60 plus 20 equals 80 minutes. So the correct answer here is choice D, 80 minutes. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Thanks for watching. If you liked the content, please give us a like and consider subscribing. Thank you for your endorsement, support, and patronage. Please also check out additional resources in the description section of this video. I also encourage you to check resources page on our website, howtoanalyzedata.net. Please leave your feedback, corrections, or suggestions in the comment section of this video. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.